Good afternoon. This reading is for Gemini. What is going to be happening with Gemini on Valentine's weekend 2020? My name is Barda from Intuitive Tarot Readings by Barda. I am on YouTube and I am also on Facebook under the exact same name of that group, Intuitive Tarot Readings by Barda. And I also on my business page, Lolita's Lovely Ladies, through Facebook. If you're wanting to book a reading with me, the best and fastest way to do that is to go onto Lolita's and send me a message, and then I will get back to you as soon as possible. I'm also going to be offering not just the regular half-hour readings, hour readings, and I'm also going to be offering, you choose the month that you would like to have a reading, and I will give you a full in-depth reading of that month. All right, Gemini, let's get right to it. What is going to be going on with Gemini? And as I'm starting, the cards I'm going to use for you guys and I felt drawn to are called the tea leaf cards. And I'm going to start by your astrological house, you know, what is going on around, what area of your life that we need to focus on. And as I'm doing these readings, as most everybody knows, this is a general reading. So it will not resonate with every single one of you. But it is meant to get to the Geminis that are needing to have the message for this week. I will be doing more future readings in the future. I'm getting ready to do the March complete month for each sign. Again, those will be general. And so, like I said before, if you'd like to get a hold of me for a regular reading for your own personalized reading, then just get a hold of me through the Lee site, and then leave a message. All right, let's find out what area of your life we need to focus on for Gemini. Gemini. Show me this. What do we need to focus on? Spirit, help me. Help guide Gemini to reach the Geminis that need to be told this message in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. All right. Success. This is the area that we're going to be focusing on first. Now, what I found out when I was doing Tauruses, and we'll get to this card in just a second, is sometimes you notice that Taurus is a lot longer. It ended up being for not just one group of Taurus. It ended up being for two different groups of Tauruses with different stuff going on in their life. As we go along, if I end up getting more than just one message for one group of Geminis, then it will be a longer reading. All right, anything else? Any other areas in life that we need to focus on for Gemini? No, that feels right. Okay. As soon as I see the word success and the card success, I can probably expand that just a little bit so you can see better. There we go. Success, I instantly get not just life, but in business too. I see, as I'm looking at this right here, I think you're focused on an end result, an end project. And I hear project. This is, so I'm going to have to say that this is going to be for Geminis who are focused on a project to be successful. This could be business. This could be love, because sometimes, you know, it's not just business, that, and it could be home. It could be stuff you're doing around your home, or perhaps thinking about a move. It could be anything you're wanting to be successful about. It could be school. We're going to get into it and find out exactly what area of your life this is about. For Gemini, show me. All right, that's a few cards, but I felt to be pulling up, and another one. I feel to pull that one too. Okay, I got legs, stepping into a new experience. So as soon as I get that along with the success card, and we'll get to the, we'll put tarot cards in with the reading on this too to get more in depth. But what I'm getting from this right now, stepping into a new experience. So definitely, you're getting ready to literally go into the unknown here, so you can find your success. And as we get going, we'll find out exactly what success that is. Then we got the camel. Persevere and you will overcome your problems. So I feel as when I'm looking at the leg, obviously you're focused on success, but I see the person when he's standing here, he's stepping out on that dry ground, See the dry ground? And there's stuff sticking up there that could get him. So this is unknown ground to you. But with you being a Gemini, you have it within yourself to persevere and get past it. And you will overcome it by seeing the camel here. But it says also with the claw, be careful, do not take risk. Sometimes it's easier in our heads to just jump and get going and not think about all the possible risk. That's what it's telling you. Just be cautious about that. And I see how this one's going to go. This is not just going to be a reading for one general group of Gemini. This is actually for two different groups of Gemini that have different stuff going on in their life. How do I know this? By the fly. This could also, and I could read this several ways with all the other cards too, a period of ill health, depression. You know what? That has been showing up in almost every single reading. Aries is the only one that seems to be like on the more positive, and I think it's because they're just focused on an end goal. You're also focused on an end goal, but I do feel it with wintertime, it is hard not to get down. No sun, it kind of gets a little bit depressing. And there could be other obstacles in your way that is just kind of weighing on you. But I see success. Your first card I pulled was success. So you will succeed at whatever you put your mind to. Just watch your health and just watch out for depression. Now, I said it stands out for two groups of Gemini. And how this stands out to me is I'm actually reading these kind of separate. Totally separate here. A period of ill health and then depression. So you put a period of ill health over here and then depression over here. I feel that there are some of you that are going through, you are literally, I mean, this is winter. People get down, they get not feeling good. So there could be deeper seated health issues going on, which I will not be touching on those. You will recuperate from that and you will succeed. So how I'm going to read this one and how this is feeling to me, like I said, I'm intuitive. So the cards may say one thing, but I end up pulling something else out of it extra each time I read. I may not read the cards the same way. So what I'm feeling is two different groups of Gemini. I've got one group that are actually looking toward an end goal, and they want to be successful, and they need to be very careful not to just rush into this success or this endeavor of whatever it is they're getting ready to do and not take risk. Then I also read, and we're going to do one at a time, but I'm going to tell you what the other one is. I see another group of Gemini who are very strong people, very, very strong people, and they're overcoming a problem. And what's this problem? A period of ill health or depression. And ill health stands out for me. There's some that are feeling under the weather. And like I said, I keep hearing deep-seated health issues. So you're actually dealing with deeper health issues. And I also, and it may actually be causing you pain. For this group, this how it stands out to me. Stepping into a new experience. It's not just stepping into a new experience if I'm seeing a period of ill health. There's some of you who are coming out of it, and it's rough on you. It's very rough. But do you see how this person here, this is the ones that I'm seeing for the period of ill health, stepping into a new experience, and you see how he's stepping on that and it's bending? I actually think you're going to be coming on the more up and up from what you have been from your health issue. But it says, be careful, do not take risk. And this is the one that the health issue stands out for me, for the Gemini. Be careful, do not take risk. You know what? This also, and I usually, again, I will say it, I usually do not get into the health stuff. I try not to. Because I am not a doctor. And that is up for doctors to diagnose and to take care of your issues. But this is all, for the second group, is talking about your health. And I'm sitting here looking at this claw, and it's deep-seated. I feel that there is actually physical pain that is being caused from this. But with the first card that came up, which was success, this is for the second group that's talking about the ill health or possible depression, which I don't believe this is depression for this one. This has to do with somebody's health. There's going to be success. It's going to get better. It really will. All right, so let's break this down. I'm going to go, let's start with the ones where I rate it as Somebody is looking at an end goal. They want success. They're going to keep going at it, and they're going to persevere, and they're going to overcome whatever it is, whatever comes in their way. And they're stepping into a new experience, which could be kind of be prickly, but as we saw the blade of grass, or excuse me, yeah, the really sharp blade of grass, it bent. So as long as you keep persevering on that, you'll succeed. And I've got with this group of people too who are looking for an end result for the success of some kind. It says, be careful, don't take risks. Don't take those risks. Don't jump into it so fast that you do not, and I keep hearing, do your research. Check. Get your facts straight. That's what I hear. Facts. Get your facts straight. And this is for the other group, and I'm going to stick this right on over here because we're not going to read that in for the first group. All right, let's get a little bit more information about what you're trying to succeed at. All right, Gemini. That was quick. Gemini, I feel like you've had a proposition of some kind. There's been a proposition with the Knight of Cups. Somebody has offered you something. You're thinking about diving right on into it, but you're kind of being, and that's good. You're kind of being careful with it. But you're starting to step into this new experience. And as I've done the readings for all the other ones so far, whenever something, and you're stepping into it cautiously, which is good because Gemini is quite level-headed. I mean, as far as when it comes to business. When I see this, you're being real careful, and you're not just diving into it. You're actually, you're going to sit here and you're going to check your facts. You're going to, I hear research, check your facts. I just keep hearing that over and over. Check those facts. And I believe you're going to do it. You've been offered something that sounds pretty dang blasted good. Now let's find out what this is about. Now, we're not sure exactly this. I mean, with the Knight of Cups, the cups represent love. Your emotional cup overflowing. So we're going to find out what area of life. Is this business? Because it can go from many different outlets of your life. Show me. What is success for Gemini? What is this Knight of Cups? Show me. What success is Gemini wanting to complete and be successful at? Please show me. All right, I think this has to do with personal happiness. I mean, this could be with a business endeavor, but I do feel with the Ten of Cups, and I'll apologize, these are some of my favorite cards, so they're very well loved. The Ten of Cups is reaching an end result of some kind of happiness. Happiness, completion, and it has to do with family as well. You see the couple here, and then children playing, and then the house off in the background. And you're not seeing a bunch of storms or anything. You see that rainbow. I believe this has to do with some type of love, whether it's family love or it's an actual love between two people. I feel like you're coming out of the Hanged Man. I think you've been feeling like the Hanged Man. Like it's just, again, everybody has been sitting here wanting to push stuff forward, but they've just been feeling stuck. I feel this is how you've been feeling as well. Just sitting there, just in suspension. Just waiting, trying to figure out how to get your end success. Well, I think something has come up, and you have been offered this happiness, and I think you're going to be able to take it. Just be cautious, and the message I get from this is be careful and cautious while you're reaching this success and this type of happiness. And don't take any risks. That means don't just jump into everything real fast. Kind of find out facts. Like if it's a relationship, then take and find out. I mean, do a little bit more digging before you just jump on in. If this is has to do with your family, maybe. I just heard something. Let me check something. I'm gonna check something before I say anything. Explain to me more, Gemini. What is this happy overflowing with Ten of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the success? What is the success wanting to reach? Whether a couple or a family. Show me. Show me. Show me, please. Okay. Ooh, okay. Again, I think this is a person who is getting their bearings again. This has been a rough year for everybody. Last year was a whirlwind. I say this for everybody. Last year was a whirlwind, and the beginning of January felt like a whole year for many, many, many people. But with Gemini, they usually stay on the up and up. So we've got the King of Pentacles, and you can read this several different ways. But the way, and I'm not going to pull out all the signs in it, because it doesn't necessarily, it's not necessarily directed at just one sign that you're involved with. What I'm feeling from this one is this being the Hanged Man right here, how you've been feeling. This person's coming out of feeling like the reversed King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles, if he's upright like this, I mean, he's doing good. He's successful. He's working. He's checking. He's holding on to his money. He's just got it all together. And he's just kind of, he's got a castle in the background, and, he's got his stuff together. When he's reversed here, it just, I get that it's not, he doesn't feel like it's all together. Okay, so you're coming out of this. This is what you're coming out of. This is what you're coming out of. And if it was like this, we got the Seven of Wands here. Do you see how he's holding that one wand and he is just battling? He's just like, shh, stay away from me. Leave me alone. I'm too much struggles, too much going on. But you're reversed here. And to me, that is not a negative card. That tells me you're coming out of a period of possible feeling down, possible, and this may blend. This reading may blend. It may not be two separate readings, because it may be somebody who is coming out of ill health or depression. But yet I did feel that there was something actually medically, going on with this person, and they're trying to overcome it. And that could be, we could read it like that too, that this person is trying to come out of and regain their health. So they're no longer feeling this way. They're feeling more like the strong self they used to be, and being just kind of on top of it. I keep hearing brain fog for some reason. I'm not sure where that's coming from. Whatever's going on is making this person have a lot of brain fog. But anyway, with this being reversed here, you're coming out of this. You're no longer putting up with this. You're not going to continue that struggle. I feel you're coming out up on top is what I feel. Okay, so what other messages? Gemini. Yes. What else does Gemini need to know about this success? All right. That's a good, very, very good card. I love this card. That's the Empress. Now, this card can be read many, many different ways. And again, I'm not going to pull all the signs out of it. I'm just going to pull what I feel off of this card in conjunction with what I'm looking at right here. And here's another possibility for you too. With this person getting this proposition or this happy family, you see the children right here, there could actually be a pregnancy involved in this. And maybe it's making you feel under the weather, and actually, there could be a pregnancy involved. Several different ways you can read this, and if it is not about a pregnancy, which actually I do feel that some of you are definitely growing your family, literally. The Empress represents, to me, I just keep, and it represents many things, but I keep hearing pregnancy. That's what I'm getting. Yes, that's what I keep getting off this one. So there's going to be some kind of an expansion or new growth in your family, is what I'm getting. And either the person has been feeling underneath the weather, or there's somebody in the family who has been feeling underneath the weather and they're getting themselves back. But they're thinking about expanding themselves, not just possibly in a literal pregnancy, but they're expanding themselves in a family. So maybe you are getting ready to introduce yourself as a bigger family, or you're actually going to be adding to your family. Yes. Okay. What else do I need? As I feel this is definitely more towards, it's leaning more towards a love completion relationship type thing, completing self with love, and your end result is success to make it happen. And again, I do see that there is some, you know, overcoming some obstacles. Let's go ahead and pull some more cards. What does Gemini need to know about this? But I definitely see Gemini coming out of this downward. I keep seeing a spiral, like a spiral. Definitely coming out of it. What does Gemini need to know? Gemini, please show me. Gemini. All right. All right. It says Gemini, keep an open mind. This one's pretty cut and dry. I think you have recently or are thinking about real quick here, adding to your family. This is what I'm getting. And that your partner may not be exactly, you know, what you've had in your head. See, it says your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Maybe not everything's been going exactly the way that you wanted it to, and it has affected how you view life just in general. But like I said, you're coming out of this negative, down pattern to get the success. Again, I see everything coming on the up and up again for you. It's just going to be, just be careful. Don't take risk. Kind of do your research on not just this person, but in your own self too. That's what I'm getting off of this. I feel I'm missing something though. Show me. All right. Wedding rings. Okay. I'm not even going to shuffle it. That's the first thing. With me, I'll look at the bottom of the deck. Sometimes I'll be drawn to look at it. And whatever's on the bottom, there's the answer. Maybe you're getting ready, you know, because it was talking about expansion of family here. A proposition. A wedding. You know, there's a proposition there. Perhaps you're thinking about diving in and getting married. So it says success. It really truly does. You can be successful in this. And for the Geminis that are overcoming, and actually it may be pulling you out of this behavioral pattern you've got. And before you get married, there could, and this also, you know how a birth, you know, whenever somebody's pregnant, they start to grow. This may represent this relationship growing as well. It may not just be a literal baby. It could possibly be a literal baby. But I do feel that this is coming to a commitment. And if you're already married, then maybe you're finding yourselves again. But it's going to be success. It just says keep an open mind. Keep an open mind, Gemini. All right. That feels right for that set of Geminis. So let's go to the other set of Geminis that I was picking up on. And I'm going to take these. Well, I'm going to leave these cards here. What I'm going to do is we're going to be focusing on the Geminis that's had some health issues. Now, when I say health issues, do not ask me, please, to find out exactly what the health issues or the end results on it are. I'm not a doctor, but I do have a tendency to pick up on stuff like that. And so I'm just going to pull a couple cards and then see what it says about it. But it does show success. So those who have been suffering from some kind of period of ill health, and I do feel that there has been great pain involved in this, and I do feel it's physical pain. And physical pain also causes emotional pain after a while. So let's just see what we get here. All right. I felt like pulling that one. Didn't even have to. All right. Before I get into this one, I've got the trust card upside down. And usually with the trust card, or with these group of cards, I don't read them upside down. But again, I'm an intuitive reader. So what I have to say about that one is my gut says it's a lack of trust. I don't know what the lack of trust is in, whether it's yourself or another person. I don't know what this is about yet. But there is trust has been turned upside down. It just literally just turned upside down. So let's go ahead and see. And this is for the Geminis who have been having a period of ill health. And like I said, this could be ill health. And again, I will say it because I keep getting it around and around in my head. this ill health doesn't necessarily just have to be a certain health condition. It could be the way you're viewing stuff, and depression will bring on actual health conditions. So keep that in your mind. And I'm seeing the trust card, so lack of trust. It's just the opposite of trust, the lack of trust. So my guess is if you're really feeling under the weather, under the weather, then this has all been caused by somebody taking some kind of trust away. Let's find out more about it here. Let's see. What should I... We're going to get the big deck. I love my big deck. All right. Now that's a deck. I love this deck. All right. We've got the Magician card. Now, before I get into the Magician card, I'm going to go ahead and pull another card. I feel like to pull because I have an idea kind of what it's about, but I want a little bit more information. Tell me what this lack of trust and why this person is not, whether feeling under the weather, whether it's through depression or it's physically affecting their lives. Show me for Gemini. What's going on with Gemini? Gemini. Okay, we'll pull it from there. All right, so we have the Magician card. And like I said, you sit here and look at it and you can pull out signs and everything else you want, but I'm not pulling out signs on this. This is not how it feels to me. What it feels like to me is a magician represents somebody who's just take off part of the word magic. Okay, they transform stuff, they make things happen. The magician can also, to me, okay, well, we're going to point this out first. Do you see the infinity sign here? If you turn it up like this is also the 8. And the 8, if you look at an 8, it just keeps going. It just keeps going. And it just keeps going. Okay? It's the same pattern. It's just over and over and over. And it's not a bad sign at all. But sometimes when I see infinity sign, I see the number 8 because it's something that's continual, which could be a continual health issue. And this is for the Geminis that are dealing with some kind of health issue and most likely have depression along with it. I do not feel, I also feel, and I bet I could pull a card on this one too, and I will. I feel somebody is not listening to you, and I don't, and this is, we're going to take the relationship part out of it here for a second. I feel like some kind of, we're going to say authority. I'm not talking police officer. I'm talking more of somebody like, maybe you've gone to a doctor and talked to him. You don't feel like you're being listened to. That's what I get. So there's a lack of trust here for some reason. And we're going to go over here to Alexander. I'll piece this all together as I'm going. You see the 2 of Wands. Alexander, he's got one in his hand. And he's got the world in his hand. And he's got one standing back here. Now, this person here is wanting to leave. Now, again, I'm reading this how it comes to me. And I'm looking at the stab in the back. This person right here is wanting to leave that part away. And this could be this health issue. They want to leave it behind them. So they are trekking out and they're holding up another wand to go forward and to change the world and to change how they feel about themselves and just being able to function. This definitely is standing out as a health issue to me. And so what I'm getting, oh, that's it. I'm just going to say it. I feel that this person or these Geminis, there is more than one of you, I feel, that are going through something right now that actually does need to be taken care of. And like I said, again, I am not a doctor. You need to find a second opinion. That's what I'm going to tell you right there. Find a second opinion. Something's not adding up to this with you, and you've lost some trust in an actual, and I keep seeing a doctor. Some kind of medical field, something like that. That's what I keep seeing. I would definitely get a second opinion on it, but like I said, it's also bringing you down in a depressive state. Like maybe you're not like totally under the weather, but I feel there's a lot of pain involved in this, actual physical pain. So my suggestion is go find a different second opinion. That's it. Because I don't want to get too involved in the medical stuff. Definitely go find a second opinion. And I think you will get your success. Your success is coming. So definitely second opinion for the second set of Geminis that weren't dealing with starting a whole new family and stuff. go get a second opinion on whatever is bugging you. And I think you'll find the answer that you're seeking. All right. Is there anything else that Gemini needs to know about that? Nope. Okay, let's do a closing thought on it. Let's see which cards. Oh, I know. Closing thought for both Geminis. Both sets of Geminis. Feels right. Failure is not as frightening as regret. Optimism, growth, and success are more likely to lead to happiness rather than avoiding a challenge. And again, this goes right into the rest of your reading here. Persevering, and you will overcome your problems. So stick with it. Whether you're the Geminis who are thinking about maybe expanding your family and coming out of your stage where you've been not feeling quite yourselves, keep persevering. Not everything's going to be comfortable when you first do it. For the ones who are dealing with a health issue, go find that second opinion. Go talk to somebody, and you will get success. And you'll overcome the problems, but you're going to have to stay right on top of it. And you're going to have to, and I know it's hard sometimes, but you're going to have to put it in your head that, hey, I got this one way or the other. The answers are coming. I'm going to be successful. The whole experience may not be that comfortable. But you know what? That grass is bending. It's bending. So I think you guys are going to come out on top on this. Both groups. You're just going to have to put the effort in. And, well, that's pretty much the close of it. I mean, there's not much. I don't feel there's anything else that needs to be drawn for Gemini. You guys are... This, like I said, again, I'm going to say again, this year has been a rough one for not just one sign, but every sign. And you know what? Spring's coming. There's nothing better than standing out and getting a nice breath of fresh air from spring. Keep that in your mind when you're feeling kind of down. Because not just literal spring, but your spring in how you view things is coming too. Just feeling more full of life. And for those who are not feeling good, again, second opinion. And I think you're going to be feeling like your spring has come. All right. Well, I will be doing the monthly readings here probably within the next week. And I'll be uploading them to YouTube. If you guys want a reading, then go ahead and go to Lolita's Lovely Ladies. That's the fastest way to get a hold of me. Let me know what reading you want. And then I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And then I will catch you guys on your March monthlies. All right. You guys have a good day. Bye.